रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम.
Hello children and hello dear mothers. So as I had said last time, these episodes in which we have the story of Hanumanji in the Ramayan, these are all dedicated to the little boys in our country and all over the world who want to be powerful and strong and work for the good of the people and work to fight against evil in this world. So especially dedicated to my own two grandsons, Samarth and Riyansh. So as I will continue with the Hanumanji story, just a bit of recap. In the last episode, we saw that Ramji had helped Sugriv get his wife back, and then Hanumanji had promised that I will fly to Lanka and I will get Sita back, and with the determination of helping Ram and Sita, who were like his parents, who were like his most beloved mentors. He knew that they were God incarnate. He knew they were like avatars in this world, in the universe. Hanumanji had dedicated himself completely to the service of Ram and Sita. So he decided to fly across the ocean. As you know, Sita was taken to Lanka by Ravan, and she used to stay in this place which was, Lanka was an island and it was surrounded by a big ocean, the Indian Ocean. So it was important to fly over the ocean to reach Sita. And Hanumanji was, as it is, the son of the wind god, and he could fly. He could make himself huge, he could make himself small, he could do any kind of feat. So he decided to fly over the ocean. It was not so simple that he would just fly and he would reach. He had obstacles on the way, and the biggest obstacle that came on his way was in the form of a huge serpent demon, Sursa. So this serpent came out of the ocean and opened its mouth wide and tried to swallow Hanumanji, and so that he would not go to Lanka. She was protecting Ravan. So Hanumanji immediately grew, made his body so big that she was not able to cope up with the size of Hanumanji, and she tried to make her mouth even bigger so that she could swallow him. And when she really made her mouth big, Hanumanji quickly brought himself to a small little Hanumanji and he just flew away. So this episode, I used to find it very amusing and very interesting when I was a child myself. I did not really understand what it meant, but the whole idea of being able to change your body size to a huge body size and to a small body size really used to enamor me. Now I see it in a different perspective. So can you guess what the meaning behind this changing of size is? So it actually tells us that as required in this world, we should be able to manifest our bigger self when required. And when it is important for us, we should also humble down. We should bring ourselves to that smaller level where we can, escape the demonic forces by doing that. So to deal with the negatives in our lives, sometimes we have to overcome them with huge strength, and sometimes we have to bring ourselves down with humility and just let it pass. So both these things are equally important. So Hanumanji went and he slipped away from Sursa's mouth. He had made himself very tiny so he could slip away, and he flew over the ocean to Lanka. And when he came to Lanka, guess what happened? It was not easy to enter Lanka. There was a guard there, a female demon called Lankini, standing there. She stopped him. She said, "Where are you going? You can't enter Lanka." So now it was time for Hanumanji to increase his size again. So he just took a deep breath and became a huge Hanuman. And Lankani saw his great stature and she got nervous and she got scared and she just let him in. So after that, Hanumanji went inside Lanka and then he tried to go into the palace. He saw there were lots of queens sleeping, but Sita was nowhere. And then he remembered that she was probably in the Ashok Vatika, which Vulture Sampati had told him about. So he went into the garden. And yes, Sita was sitting there under a tree quietly, very sad, meditating, thinking about her Ram, wondering what would happen to her. Will they be able to come and take her away? What is going to be her future? So she was perturbed, she was anxious, she was sad, she was sitting under a tree. So now Hanuman quickly made his size small again and hid behind a tree. And when he was hiding behind a tree, Ravan came into the garden, the Ashok Vatika. And he came and he saw Sita sitting there. So he came and he talked to her and he proposed and he told her that he wanted to marry her. But Sita was very angry with Ravan. She said that, you are a coward. You tried to steal me away from my husband and then you have kidnapped me and brought me here and kept me in this garden against my wishes. I will never marry a coward. I am married to Ram and I will stay married to him forever. So she said that to him and Ravan was very angry. But still he gave her some time. So he told her, I will give you 1 month. In 1 month, if you decide that you will be my queen, I will marry you. Otherwise, I will kill you. So he said that to Sita and he went away. And all this while Hanumanji was hiding behind a tree and watching the scene. After Ravan went away, Sita started crying. Naturally, she was alone, she was sad. So to cheer her up, what Hanumanji did was, he had brought the gold ring which Ram had given him. He just threw the ring into her lap. And that when Sita saw, my God, some ring, she picked it up and it was the ring which was Ram's ring. So she cheered up immediately. She said, my God is somewhere here, my Lord is somewhere here. He sent me his ring, and she started looking around, and then Hanuman came out from behind the tree and he greeted her with folded hands and he told her that he was a messenger from Ram and that she should not worry, he will very soon come and take her away from the clutches of Ravan. So that really cheered her up. So she was very happy. And but looking at her sad state, Hanumanji became very angry. The way she had been kidnapped, the way she was forcibly kept in the garden, and the way they both, Ram and Sita, were troubled, that made him very angry. So in his anger, he just started uprooting all the trees of the Ashok Vatika. He made himself huge again and he would just pick up a tree and throw it, pick up the other tree and throw it. So he threw and broke a whole lot of trees in Ashok Vatika. Naturally, when he was doing all that, people got to know, the guards got to know, and the report went to Ravan that there is some big monkey in the Ashok Vatika and he's breaking all the trees. So Ravan sent his son, Akshay. He sent his son Akshay to go and check what was happening in the Ashok Vatika. So when he sent Akshay to the Ashok Vatika, Akshay went there and he took some more demons with him and they tried to get hold of Hanumanji, but Hanumanji was very strong. He killed all of them, including Akshay. Now when Ravan got to know that even Akshay has not come back, he sent his other son. His name was Indrajit, or Meghnad, sometimes people call him. So when Indrajit went there, Hanuman gave him a big fight also. But Indrajit had a special bow and arrow which was gifted to him by Brahma. So he had the power. So he used that bow and arrow against Hanumanji and he could wound him. Once he had wounded Hanumanji, he brought him back to the palace and he put him in front of Ravan. And he said, this is the monkey who was breaking all the trees and who has killed all the demons and my dear brother Akshay. So Ravan was very, very angry with him. And he said that we need to get rid of this monkey. But when he was wanting to get him killed, his brother Vibhishan, he told Ravan that actually this monkey is no ordinary monkey, he's a Hanumanji and he has come as a visitor to Lanka. So let's not kill him. It is not right to kill a visitor. So then it was decided that we will tie some cloth on his tail and we will put it on fire. We will burn it and tell him to go back, so that whoever tries to come to Lanka knows that it is not so easy to be here, So let's burn his tail and send him back. So that was decided. So they, took Hanumanji's tail and tied some cloth around it and they lit it up with fire. Now Hanumanji immediately again made himself into a tiny Hanuman and he just flew away from their clutches. And when he went out of the gate of the palace, he again increased his size and the size of his tail, and his tail was on fire. So he took that fire all across Lanka. He took it onto the gardens, the trees, the houses, the huts, everything. He burnt Lanka. Wherever he could go, he put it to fire with his tail, which was originally tied, and the fire was set by Ravan himself. But Hanumanji just went across the whole of Lanka and the whole of Lanka started burning. And after that, he flew back to Ram and he went and told him what had happened and how the whole of Lanka was burning. So Hanumanji had come back to Kishkinda and he had burnt the whole of Lanka and come. So if you found the story interesting so far, do subscribe to my channel, share and like, and stay connected, because in the next episode I'm going to tell you what happened in Lanka and how Ramchandra ji finally managed to reach Lanka and do his duty of saving Sita from the clutches of Ravan. So stay connected and do write it in the comment section. I will be waiting.